Hello, thank you for joining me at Bert's Books. You will have to excuse the clutter. It's out of my control. I'm trying to sort of rein in the habitual book acquisitions for reasons of space, which I think I mentioned last time. Still unresolved. I'm going to have to cut some things loose. But anyway, yeah, don't look at my laundry back there, whatever you do. Anyway, yeah, so I've not, oh geez, Streetnoise, sorry. Got to do this with the windows open, and yeah, the feral ambience of this particular part of town unfortunately will seep through. That's reality. Unfortunately. So anyway, not a huge haul. Some of it is a couple of bits from those, those freebie tube station shelves, which are actually proving to be a surprisingly fertile source of, it's not necessarily books you'd choose in a shop to buy, but as freebies, there's some quite interesting little things are popping up. First up, now I've touched on this before, this mysterious area that I kind of think of as dad's lit, or your mate's dad's lit. When I was a kid, people's dads always, there was this kind of genre of thriller that was kind of Hammond Innes, Freddie Forsyth, Jack Higgins, he was another. There was a kind of lumpen genre of sort of blokish books that always seemed to me as it was a bit of another world. It all seemed a bit impenetrable to me as a kid, and I rarely tried, and when I tried I found I didn't get far with them for whatever reason. But maybe I should, I keep picking these things up. Maybe I should try, at this stage of life, being sort of probably older than people that I thought of as dads, people's dads in those days. Anyway, this Hammond Innes, The Angry Mountain, I think this was an early work by Innes. I'm not sure if this, some of his books were filmed. I don't think this one was, correct me if I'm wrong. But this one deals with the protagonist finds himself, I think, in Czechoslovakia, and it involves a volcano. I think it involves a sort of Cold War kind of setting. I think this was an early work by his, so maybe sort of early 50s, a Cold War-ish sort of setting, and a volcano. I believe Innes had witnessed Vesuvius go off at some point, from the little blurb I just read on him. Oh, jeez! From the little blurb that I just read on him. Anyhow, yeah, maybe I will give this a whirl. Incidentally, on the off chance, can we do one of those "what was that book" thing? I do remember as a kid, the one sort of dad book that I got all the way through. I think it was a paperback that I read in a holiday cottage we were staying in. It was one of this sort of genre. I can't remember the author, I can't remember the title of the book. I just remember it concerned itself with, there was some sort of Banana Republic kind of politics going on, and probably arms dealing, but it involved exciting vintage hardware, which was the de Havilland Vampire, the early twin boom jet, which I think in this novel had been sold off by some dealers or to some kind of small island state somewhere. I think it was along those lines. If anyone knows what that book was, let me know. I don't know if YouTube ever gets used for this purpose, rather than going on discussion boards. Do booktubers do this when they can't remember what a book was? Anyway, I'm doing it. Let's see what happens. Now, this next one was a find in a second-hand shop, or the second-hand section of a bookshop in East Sussex. Now, this one, I dimly remember as a kid some vague sort of controversy about it when I think it went on TV at some point. An adaptation of it went on TV, and in my kind of vulgar, simplistic way, I kind of had this one shorthanded as that one about a bloke what was shagging the horses kind of thing, which I think there probably is more to it than that. However, Peter Shaffer's Equus, the stage plays script to it. So, I mean, the great advantage of these treatments is they're super quick to read, right? They're really quick to read, as opposed to a sort of actual full novelisation. The stage plays, you can zip through these. So I might sort of flesh out my my weirdly constructed adolescent shorthand for this one. But anyway, yeah, just not one I would have gone out of my way, but just, you know, you see things and think, oh, all right, what was that about? I'll have a look. So yeah, so last off, again, this is one of those tube station finds. I think I have a dupe of this. I think I've got another edition with another cover. This was filmed, I think, the author, who's not credited on the front cover, that Jeffrey Convitz, I think he also handled the screenplay for a subsequent film of it. I think I've got another edition that's a spin-off of the film, so there's a still, you know, from the flick on the cover of it. This, I believe this might be a first edition, or at least an early edition. Let's have a look. 1974, Simon & Schuster. Maybe this is. Is this valuable? Well, I haven't checked eBay yet, but anyway, sort of creepifying cover. I haven't yet read, you know, although I've got two editions, I haven't yet read it, nor I don't think I've seen the film, or if I have, it was a very long time ago. I just had a quick sort of look on the sort of reception the film got. I think sort of a few thumbs up at the time, but the derivative nature of it was directed by Michael Winner, by the way. The derivative nature of it, I think, was emphasised by critics at the time, i.e. that you know, if you've seen Rosemary's Baby or The Exorcist, blah blah blah, then this one will, I think, came across as a bit of a sort of low rent cash in, maybe. But I've got no problem with that personally. So we'll see. But yeah, there's quite an arresting cover there. Not sure what the little sort of shrunken head or looking thing in the top panel there represents. That reminds me, incidentally, that looks to me like, did you ever see Chico the Rainmaker? If you haven't seen Chico the Rainmaker, look it up. Don't get traumatised by it like I did at a tender age, but that's the first thing that came to mind with that little image. But anyway, that's that for now. I am going to try and keep this brief. Now, I do have intentions for, last year I somehow let Garb August pass me by, and that was kind of a bit of a missed opportunity, really. So I do have something in mind for Garb August this year, because believe it or not, I do have some garbage here on these shelves. So I have plans for that. Please watch this space. I will try not to dawdle over it, but in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me, and we will catch soon, I trust. Wait, stop press! How ditzy am I? I've only just realised, just as I was about to edit all that together, step back cover. Look at that. That gives a bit more. Oh, bloody hell, what are those? Look at that, that's superb. I had no idea. I'm going to look what this edition's worth on eBay right now.